Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekmac, this is Let's Play of the Devil. And it makes sense now because we found out who the Heartbreak Killer was. It wasn't our client though, and well, the district attorney, or assistant district attorney I guess, she showed up. Apparently she's Morgan's arch enemy. We've never beaten her in court once because she channels all of her, because she spends most of her time being Chiaki. Feels a bit narcoleptic and lazy, but that's because she channels all of her energy into that one moment of being in court. Fortunately, we're not in court, so maybe we can get away with this. Shows right-handed killer, no gunpowder found. That may be true, but then I glanced at the report. You glanced at it? No gunpowder residue on him or his clothes. Alright. Too remorseful, too apologetic in that note. Whatever it was about, his dominant arm modded with documented sensitivity issues. Never could have made shots that clean. Not without getting close enough to leave scorch marks. Not to mention he's too tall for the ballistics entry angles. And probably too heavy not to leave imprints. She got all that from a glance. But I'm sure a competent lawyer like yourself pointed all that out the minute you walked in here. Of course! Worst part is she's not even being sarcastic. Yeah, of course it couldn't have been him. Long-term relationship, physically imposing, argumentative, so not the type to bottle things up. He didn't match the profile. Profile? Yeah, that... Right, sorry, you've probably never heard of it. I know what a goddamn profile is. A profile is a reconstruction of a criminal's psychology based on evidence from their crimes. Profiling. Trying to get your dating profile just right can be a full-time job. Let Valentine take the reign with our automated, secure, and confidential tools that will put your better than best foot forward and put the sexy back into finding the right match. More profile, how to delete. Profile filtering. We really need to look into that premium account, don't we? Kind of fallen out of fashion for the last few decades. Not much need to guess about the why when 99 times out of 100 the Who is caught on camera. Or before they even leave the house. I've just had to find some real fossils and oddballs to get advice on how to go about it. But I think I'm getting the hang of it. Okay, we get to hear both, so tell me about the profiling. So this profiling, it's some kind of investigative technique? The theory is that a crime can tell you something about the nature of the person who committed it. Stabbing, overkill. Points to passion, rage, lust, they probably knew their victim. Poison and guns, meanwhile, suggest they can't overpower their victims physically. And then there's the things you can assume about nearly all serial offenders. Childhood trauma, prior criminal record, few or no meaningful attachments. There's a lot of recurring themes in their stories. Detectives say the HK doesn't leave evidence. So how much can his crimes possibly tell you? That he's diligent, almost perfect. Highly intelligent, painstakingly organized, and with enough criminal connections in his hands to get an untagged firearm. It's rare to see her this animated outside the courtroom. It's almost like she's enjoying herself. A sheltered house cat who's picked up the scent of a mouse for the first time. A lone wolf, educated but all her playfully lethal instincts coming to life. Like, a sheltered house cat who's picked up the scent of a mouse for the first time makes you feel sympathy for her, but then adds all her lethal instincts are coming to life. Probably overqualified or undervalued. Though I'm not thrilled about the fact that in the metaphor I would be the... Know what I mean? Definitely! And considering marksmanship, detectives said that HK would have needed insider information on optics. So does that mean the heartbreak's in law enforcement? Never in 10 billion years. Oh. Antisocial, independent, despises authority. That'd be like a stallion applying for a job on a merry-go-round. They'd be kicking kids in the head after the full first rotation. Right, that's exactly how I'd put it. There must be some connection to the least, though, maybe secondary or tertiary? These types can't help but insert themselves. Insert themselves? I don't do anything even resembling that. Wait, if the HK's not a cop, how do they know about the blackout timing? Crime metastatistics analysis, probably. Pardon? Take the emergency response times from across the city and map them out, look for brief spikes and delays, chart out the dip-ins. Sorry, technical, I know. But all the requisite data is publicly available. With a map, a spreadsheet, a calculator, anyone could reverse engineer the timing if they wanted to. That is such an unpleasant thought, Emma. Heartbreak's MO. Well, at least this heartbreak maniac will slow down now that he's lost his weapon. He didn't lose it. He chose to leave it behind. That tells me he's confident he can do just fine without it. And it just makes me even more certain that these aren't his only kills. Were there other shootings with the same MO? No, not that I found. Other victims that fit the description? No. But I'm not overly focused on the victim's appearance anyway. I mean, these 6 victims all look like each other, but they also look like a lot of people. That's true. Hell. They kinda look like me. Oh dear. Do they? Sure. What, you don't see it? I hadn't thought about it. Point is, no one can kill that cleanly when it's their first time. Getting things that perfect takes practice. So know that HK must have had a lot more than 6 occasions to practice, Morgan. And that's why I think heartbreak is a misnomer. You've got something catchier in mind? I just don't think shooting them in the heart has any particular significance. If anything, it's a testament to their accuracy and their cold-blooded efficiency. The best possible use of 6 untagged bullets. 6 kills guaranteed, no matter what kind of life support mods they were packing. Their real signature isn't the bullets or the gun. It's the perfection. That's hard to wrap your head around. I'm saying these 6 murders were just a fluke, a slip-up, a mistake? Exactly, a mistake! They got too clean, too efficient, and now they've got the public's attention. It's no wonder they're so pissed. Are you talking about the crime scene? Yeah, probably threw the detectives for a loop, right? Based on what you've said, I don't blame them. Whoever trashed that room doesn't seem like the smooth operator you've been describing. On the contrary. I don't follow. This was the last bullet, their last shot. The other 5 were perfect. So if anything was out of place this time around, they must have thrown one hell of a temper tantrum. You make them sound like a child. Childish. And cowardly. And two-faced. Someone who hates to lose almost as much as they love to win. Your profile tell you all that? That? No. That part's just... takes one to know one. So to summarize, you're looking for a cold-blooded, faceless, perfectionist killer who you think has no persistent MO or victim type. In a city with an 8-digit population? Well, good luck. I don't need luck, I only need more information. Well, I'm sure the city would be happy to provide you with more resources. No, Morgan, I mean I need more crime scenes. Oh. Sad truth is, if Heartbreak walked away today, I'd never catch him. Only way my net narrows is if they keep piling up bodies. Not a very fair trade, is it? No, it isn't. But getting screwed over is a given. It's a deal with the devil. Fair enough. Ugh. Okay, that round was pretty morbid and detailed. I need to get out more, or sleep more. Or sleep less, but harder. You think a higher thread count would help? Don't worry about it. I'm always happy to listen to you ramble. It's a lot more pleasant than having to face you in the courtroom. Sorry, but that's the adversarial process. So, no hard feelings, yeah? No hard feelings. We're both just doing what we do. I could use a cup of coffee. How about you? Don't tempt me. If we fall asleep first face onto the table, I won't even take a picture. Okay. Just don't expect this to make a difference the next time we're at each other's throats. Heartbreak won't claim any more victims. In 2 weeks, the media will have moved on to the next sensation. And the police will have moved on to cases they actually stand a chance of closing. It's what people do. But Emma is different. She'll set it aside and work a dozen other cases, never bringing it up. But a private corner of that frustratingly sharp mind of hers will continue to whittle away at it. Never finishing, but never quitting either. So I can't afford to take my eyes off her. As long as that's the case, I may as well try to enjoy the view. Episode 0. End. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Which means you're going to be living with my friend for a while. For how long? I'm sorry, I don't know. There's no need to look that upset over it. My face barely moved. May as well have been a blatant pout from where I'm sitting. Yeah, like that. This friend of yours, they're trustworthy? Absolutely. In fact, I trust them more than anyone. Hey, come on, it'll be fun. Really? Really? Educational, too. I think you could stand to learn a lot from someone like Morgan. Art and art direction by Evil Little Bug. Programming by Patrick MCF. 3D modeling by Arenders. Environments by Patrick MCF. Arenders. Written, directed, developed by Brian Mulholland. Volunteer playtesting by Kirsten, UJ, Maxi, Sadie Virtuous Varmint, S. Thurmbutt. Oh, that's unfortunate name. Thomas Colamander. We all the way home. Xenons. Special thanks to Adrian Kauturlnix, Exumgrant, Killjill VTuber perhaps? Mado, Manmonks. Special thanks to more people, DevTalk, Philly Game Mechanics, our friends and family, you the players. Full attributions available at ofthedevil.card.co. Made with Unity, Nanny Novel, Dotween, Pro Builder, Shapes, a game by Nth Circle, Of the Devil, Episode 0. And he shall appear. To be continued in You're the smartest person I know, Morgan, when it comes to people. Personally, I think it's cruel to bring something that flawed into the world. You're a criminal defense attorney and we're at a crime scene. I think I can guess what happens next. I've never stolen anything that wasn't already compromised. Work hard and the company will have you set for life. And after, too. Can't tell you how many musicians I've seen screwed over by a big smile and a signing bonus. So that's not just a lawyer job thing. You dress like a doorman on the weekends too. Compared to determining fault, determining cause of death is like a breath of fresh air. The company wheels don't stop spinning for anything. We can't hope to keep this quiet for very long. But it's a million more likely than the alternative. A million times more likely than the alternative. That Heartbreak could ever stop themselves from killing. Father said you owed him. I don't do anything out of the goodness of my heart. But when I take a job, I never half-ass it. Of the Devil, Episode 1. An Idle Mind. An idle mind is the devil's playhouse. I think I know this one from... I know that saying from Sam and Max of all things. Hello? Episode 0 results. 2 of 2 articles. 6 of 6 profiles. 18 key terms. 17 pieces of evidence. 30 credits. Congratulations! You finished episode 0 with 30 credit. We've also unlocked concept art and bonus scenarios based on your highest score for episode 0. You also have 30 remaining store credit to spend on phone charms and case colors based on the highest credit you've finished this episode with. Let's wrap the episode up. Part of me wants to stitch this to the previous episode, but on the other hand, long episode last time, short episode this time. Actually, can I start episode 1 at the moment or not? Ooh. I think I'm still playing on the free version of the game. But anyway, Ooh, they changed the title screen, huh? Cool. Anyhow, until next time, guys. Sorry. Until next time, guys. Take care. I'll see you all around. Morgan, you heartless, horrible woman who is also the protagonist. I feel very scared for Fran all of a sudden. Also, I need to go and look up... Wait. Did I actually say in the episode itself, I wonder if she's the Heartbreak Killer? And I was right. And I'm going to have to cut that into the episode. I haven't done the editing yet, so... Woo. Yeah, until next time, guys, take care. I'll see you all around.